Good morning, everyone. This time, I am going to discuss about suggestions for developing questionnaire. By the way, I am Maria Isabel Bolaño Orencio from Paruihog, Santa Maria, Romblon. Now, let us define what are questionnaires. Questionnaires are the most frequently used data collection method in educational and evaluation research. And it also helps to gather information and knowledge, attitudes, opinions, behaviors, facts, and other information. Questionnaires are the most widely used data collection methods, and we all know that it describes the process for developing and testing questionnaires and possesses 5 sequential steps involved in developing and testing a questionnaire. It includes the research background, questionnaire conceptualization, format and data analysis, and establishing validity and reliability. This time, let us find out if what are the sequence for questionnaire or instrument development. Development of a valid and reliable questionnaire involves several steps taking considerable time. And this article describes the sequence step involved in the development and testing of questionnaires used for data collection. Figure 1 illustrates the 5 sequential steps involved in questionnaire development and testing. And each step depends on fine-tuning and testing of previous steps that must be completed before the next step. This time, let's proceed to the step 1, which is the background. In this initial step, the purpose, objectives, research questions, and hypotheses of the proposed research are examined. Determining who is the audience, their background, especially their educational readability levels, and access and the process used to select the respondents. For example, are the samples versus population. It is also part of this step. A thorough understanding of the problem through literature, search, and readings is a must. Good preparation and understanding of step 1 provides the foundation for initiating step 2. Let us proceed to the step 2, which is the questionnaire conceptualization. It generates the statements or questions for the questionnaire. After developing a thorough understanding of the research, the next step is to generate statements or questions for the questionnaire. In this step, content from literature or theoretical framework is transformed into statements or questions. And in addition, a link among the objectives of the study and their translation into content is established. For example, the researcher must indicate what the questionnaire is measuring, and that is knowledge, attitudes, perceptions, opinions, recalling facts, and behavior change. And the major variables are the following. It includes the independent, the dependent, and the moderator variables. Let's move on to the step 3, which is the format and data analysis. In this step, the focus is on writing statement or questions, the selection of appropriate scales of measurement, the questionnaire layout, the format, the question ordering, the font size, the front and back cover, and proposed data analysis. Scales are devices used to quantify a subject response on a particular variable, and it understands the relationship between the level of measurement and the appropriateness of data analysis is important. For example, if ANOVA or analysis of variance is one mode of data analysis, the independent variable must be measured on a nominal scale with 2 or more levels. For example, are yes, no, and not sure. And the dependent variable must be measured on an interval or ratio scale. For example, are strongly agree or strong disagree. Let's proceed to the step 4, which is the establishing validity. As a result of step 1 to 3, a draft questionnaire is ready for establishing validity. Validity is the amount of systematic or built-in error in measurement. Validity is established using a panel of experts and a field test. Which type of validity to use depends on the objectives of the study. The following questions are addressed in this step. Number 1. Is the questionnaire valid? Or, in other words, the questions measures what it intended to measure. Number 2 question. Does it represent the content? 3. It is appropriate for the sample or population. 4. Is the questionnaire comprehensive enough to collect all the information needed to address the purpose and goals of the study? And the number 5 question. Does the instrument look like a questionnaire? Addressing these questions, coupled with carrying out of readability test, enhances questionnaire validity. Let's move on to the step 5, which is establishing reliability. In this final step, reliability of the questionnaire using a pilot test is carried out. Reliability refers to random errors in measurement, and it indicates the accuracy or precision of the measuring instrument. The pilot test seeks to answer the question, does the questionnaire consistently measure whatever it measures? The use of reliability types, the test, retest, split halves, alternate form, internal consistency depends on the nature of data, the nominal, ordinal, and interval ratio. For example, to assess reliability of questions, it measured on an interval ratio or scale, the internal consistency is appropriate to use. To assess reliability of knowledge questions, test, retest, or split half is appropriate. Reliability is established using a pilot test by collecting data from 20 to 30 subjects not included in the sample. Let us discuss conclusions. Conclusions is a systematic development of the questionnaire. For data collection is important to reduce measurement errors, questionnaire content, questionnaire design and format, and respondents. Well-crafted conceptualization of the content and transformation of the content into questions, which is the step 2, is an essential to minimize measurement error. Careful attention to detail and understanding of the process involved in developing a questionnaire are of immense value to extensions educators, graduate students, and faculty alike. Not following appropriate and systematic procedure in questionnaire development, testing, and evaluation may undermine the quality and utilization of data. Anyone involved in the educational and evaluation research must, at a minimum, and they should follow these 5 steps to develop a valid and reliable questionnaire to enhance the quality of research. Based on my understanding, questionnaires and surveys are essential tools for gathering necessary information. Tools can be used not only in a clinical trial to the test and effectiveness, but also in statistical analysis. Questionnaires and surveys can also help to discover a new information, open new doors for study, and developing new solutions. There are advantages and disadvantages. We need to design a well-crafted questionnaire to save us time and money. Analysis and forecasting are easier if you collect large amount of information. Tools like survey have a format that gives you a way to gather vast amount of data. Questionnaires also offer you the flexibility to manage them as per you need. Questionnaires also allow to gather information from an audience of any size. We can target a small group to gather information in a local event or a large group for a scientific study that requires a wider range of participants. Thank you very much for your time and effort to listen my report. Keep safe everyone and God bless us all.